Hey, my little sugar woogers. How y'all doing, my beautiful butterflies? Y'all come on in the building. Let's chat about it tonight. I've been missing. I know. I got your little emails. Where are you? I'm going to tell you. Get on up in here and I'm going to let you know all about it. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that like button on the way in. Let's chat about it. Let me tell you about it. I was missing and I was in action. I was. I'm waiting on y'all. I know you're slow about getting your notifications, but I'm here. I'm here. Yep. So while I'm waiting on y'all to come in, I'm gonna start telling you about my life since I saw y'all last. Look at Mister, the first one in the house. Hello, ma'am. Hey, Mister, how you doing? I already know you hit that like button on the way in. I already know that. I ain't even got to ask. And you going to tell them to hit it before it's over with. Watch. I know my chat, okay? Good evening. How are you doing, Tajista? Look at your hair. I told y'all I had a ponytail. It's about that long. I pulled it up. I made my bun. I showed it to you. I put it on. The only thing I'm going to have to do, I had to wet my hair, dampen my hair to brush it through, not to lose a lot of hair when it's dry. So I'm gonna have to blow it dry or let it dry before I put the bun on because that way it won't be two different colors. Right now it's dark looking because it's wet. I just did it about 30 minutes ago. I didn't wear it like that today. I did it for y'all tonight. Yeah, I got it all up too, baby. It is trying to curl up, but once it dried in, I can brush it, the waves out, and then it'll look like that hair. I know how to do it. What's up, Cookie? How are you? And welcome to Chatting with Miss V. Let's see, what did you say? You just looking younger by the day. What's the secret, Queen? I don't know. Get rid of stress. Because at one time I had a lot of stress when I was coming out here trying to talk to y'all with all those deaths hitting me back to back to back to back. And then pain from the knees and stuff. But I had my injections yesterday and I can kick my legs up. I can bend them. I can move them. We talked about the surgery and we're going to go in depth with it in May. Okay. I still haven't made up my mind, but I'm kind of thinking about doing it. I think it might be for the best. We'll see how the first leg go. And then, because he's going to do them a year apart. Okay. Hey, Chef Mac. Chef Mac, you should get your gift by Saturday. She didn't want me to do this, y'all. But we ain't slaves. We don't work for free. At least give us a appreciation. That's the way I look at it. Okay. It is what it is. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Take it when it comes and enjoy it. You can put your earbuds in and you can cook with both hands. You don't have to worry about the phone. See, I was thinking about you, girl. Going on with all that now. Um, Miss Valencia made a life. You off work? Or you off today? Because you shouldn't be off work for another 20 minutes, Valencia. Hello, Ms. V. I reached out to you by email so I can send you your birthday gift. I hope I sent it to the right address. Please check. Thanks. Oh, I haven't checked my email today. Did you send it to vetbmom@gmail.com? Because if you did, it's there. I may have to go into my spam. A lot of times when y'all send me stuff, it goes in the spam. But I will check and I will let you know, Valencia. Okay? We'll communicate that way and you can get my address and whatever else you need. Okay. And yeah, I've been I told y'all I was gonna tell y'all why I was missing. Because of all of the gift cards and all of the money I got for my birthday. Even though I didn't get the opportunity to get out and do anything for my birthday, I've been doing it ever since I got my shots on yesterday. I went shopping yesterday. I went shopping today. And I told y'all I needed spring and summer clothes. Well, I've been catching a few sale on winter clothes too that I can wear into summer because it's some of it is sweater material, but it's very thin sweater material. And they have these buildings cold now, so you can wear it inside. Yeah, you just got to get from the car, which is air conditioned, to the building, which is going to be freezing air conditioned if you live in the state of Texas around the Houston area. Thank you, Valencia. I appreciate that. You probably did. I didn't look at my email today to be perfectly honest, but I will when I get off of here. Okay. Hey Holistic, how you doing this evening, Holistic? I hope your day was great. Life was good for you. I've been trying to catch some replays over there. She had me hungry though, y'all. I gained 6 pounds since Christmas. So I have to stop from them cooking pages. I just go over there and hit the like button for you. How about that? My cold is getting better. Ms.V, the one who gave it to me, stepped up on the bus this morning talking about Ms.V. I didn't even have to ask her what day it was. She told me. Tomorrow is Friday. I say, what about today? Don't worry about the day. Tomorrow is Friday. I say, okay, okay. The longer we stay together, the more they get familiar with me, and the more they just tell me, just boom, just like that. And you tell me they're not smart. Shoot, I'll put them up against a lot of people out here. I will. Chef Mac is laughing. You, that's all you can do, baby, is laugh. Hello to everyone in the chat. She's speaking. I'm still at work. I got about 15 minutes. See, I know. See, I get familiar with my chat. I know what's going on. Y'all be trying to keep up with me, and I'll be trying to keep up with y'all. Hey, Miss Joy. Good evening. How you doing, sugar? Uh, she's speaking to the chat. You look beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Something different. I got tired of that little afro look. The little curly afro look. I was getting tired of that. I had to come up with something else, okay? And I wanted to get some braids, and Tasha talked me out of it the day we went to the bank to put her as the beneficiary on my stuff down at the bank. Y'all, if y'all saw that video, you know we went back and forth in the car about the braids. Now, don't put them braids in your head. And I said, okay. I'm the oldest, but she telling me what to do. Ain't that how it goes, though? Hey, Carla. How you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. Ms.V, your ponytail so cute. It's up under my bun. I got some hair that you braid with, and I braided the bun myself. And then I was going to glue the bun together, but I forgot to go get the white glue to glue it together. So I just pinned it up there. I got one pin here, one, two. I got 4 pins in it. So if it fall off while I'm online, it just fall off. Hey, Miss Rucker, how you doing? I can always use those prayer hands. Thank you. Okay, so we still on Black History. It's so much of it, y'all. You just can't get away from it. I'm into it now, so I'm bringing it, okay? So tonight, I forgot what I put as my topic. This is how it all began. And we're going to talk about how gospel music all began. It's going to date you back to slavery. That's how it all began. They used communication in the fields through songs. And that's how they communicated from field to field. They would break out with a song. And it doesn't have a genre before that. Every other genre came from something else. Pop, rock, R&B, whatever, came from something. Gospel didn't. It started with the slaves in the fields trying to communicate with each other and also trying to communicate with God because they were going through such hard and rough times in their life. What you say, Holistic? You're welcome. Every time I come over there, or whoever's chat I go in, I let them know I've been there by hitting the like button. I might not come into that chat or not say anything to them, but it's been hectic at school. We're moving into our new building this weekend. So the building we are in, they tore the kitchen out, moving the refrigerator, the stove, and the microwaves and stuff like that into the new building. And I'm going to let y'all see it. Y'all, it is simply gorgeous. It is beautiful. They're about 5 months overdue because the guy who had the contract on the building lost a lot of workers. In this area, buildings are the thing. If you can do any kind of carpentry work, lay any kind of carpet or floors or electrical work, you can make money. And that has been what has kept Houston afloat through the good times and the bad times. Building buildings and entrepreneurs leasing and moving into these buildings. Yep. It's kept the economy flowing. Okay. Hey, Cooking with Big Bossy T, how you doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. Hey, blessings. Yes, yes, yes. I love hears to speak, Ms.V. Okay, we gonna get to it. Let me speak to my sugar wiggles here, because they coming in now. Them hymns back in slavery were powerful. Yes, not only were they powerful with communicating to each other, but powerful communicating with God up above, because that's all they had. They weren't diluted down like we have become so diluted down in our times. Well, I'm a little bit older because I turned 70 Monday. So I came up doing integration and segregation. So I know what it feels like to be called colored, the big N. And I don't think I was called black until after I had started working on my first job, my first real job at Amoco. And they actually asked, what do you want to be called? Afro-American or black? And I told them it really didn't matter. To me, we're the only people that don't have a home. That's why we're so confused. Everybody else has a country they can identify with. We can't really identify with Africa because they bought us up out of Africa and brought us to North America, to the continental British colonies. That was the beginning of slavery. I never really thought about who started this slavery stuff. But what I researched and read, it was the British that were the major importers of African slaves to North America. So that was the beginning of slave trade as we know it here in America. Okay? The first captives that were brought over to Jamestown colony. You remember the 13 original colonies up there on that East Coast? Mm-hmm. So that would have been in 1619. That's a long time ago when you're looking at 2024. But to think that we still have Black folks with an enslaved mentality walking around here today. It started with the slaves that were brought over. I was reading and I'm doing a lot of research on that because this weekend I want to go back to when they were brought over here and go in depth as to how they treated each other, what they ate, when they got pregnant, what happened to them, um, their marriages, how they got married, eh, what how they felt when they were separated from each other. I just want to go deep off into it as far as I can get into it and then bring you up to the Emancipation Proclamation when Abe Lincoln was in office. That's where I'm trying to go with this weekend. So I might have to do a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 this weekend in order to get it all in because I don't like to stay on longer than an hour. I feel like y'all get tired of listening to me and your attention span is just not that long. Even in college, classes don't go longer than 2 hours. And that's why you're gonna start doodling. You're gonna be ready to get out of there. Even though it may be your favorite subject, you ready to do something different. If not, get up and go to the bathroom or go get something to eat. That's about it. Okay. Yo say I've been a sugar wooger for a while. I just renewed my membership and I appreciate that. Yo, I mailed your gift yesterday. You should receive it on Saturday, okay? If JP comes into the chat, she didn't come in the other day. That's the only one I didn't mail because I still don't have her address. So if she comes into the chat, I need her address to mail her gift. Okay, let me back up a minute. Hey, Miss Jackie Johnson, how are you this afternoon, this evening, early evening here on Central Standard Time? Facts, and a lot are still like that till this day, no matter what gender. It is exactly right, Blessing. It's like what I always call it, a crab in the bucket mentality. If I get a little bit ahead of you, I'm not trying to pull you up. By the way, I shared your live today, the one I was listening to on the bus. I shared it today and help the other one get up there. And then we got this mentality, if I help you up and you get up there and you with me, or don't, Lord forbid, if you pass me, you have no use for me. I can help you grow your channel. You ain't got no use for me after that. None whatsoever. You come out here and dog me, ragtag me, whatever. Like, it's going to make a difference in my life. You got to understand aging too. Aging in the Black race is much different from aging in other races, a lot of other races. The Orientals, the Vietnamese, especially. I've learned a lot about their culture going into these nail shops. They take care of Mama Song and Papa Song. Yeah, they do. They all send money back. If they still back in their own country, they send money back to help take care of them. We don't really do that, a lot of us, okay? Mama can't do nothing else for us right now, so okay, let me find a place to put her. Let me get somebody else to come in here and take care of her. That's why I admire people so much when they do take the time out their busy schedule for the one who brought them here. By the way, Danya sent me a gift card too. Thank you, Danya. And I moved it forward. I paid it forward. Glam lost her mother and I hadn't sent her anything. So I took what you sent me, added to it, and sent it to Glam. And I did catch a little bit of her live and she thanked me. So she already got it. Okay. So that's the type of mentality I think we ought to have, especially at this stage in life. You ain't finna take none of it with you. And if you leave it behind, a lot of people don't want your stuff. That's your stuff. I could see my daughter coming in here saying, I don't want nothing out of here. She don't want no furniture. We don't have the same taste. We don't have the same taste in clothes. We don't have the same taste in jewelry. We don't have the same taste in nothing. Whenever we went shopping, she went left and I went right. We're totally different when it comes to that. So my sister would be more likely to want to come in because we have some of the same similarities in taste, but not my daughter. She's very conservative. She ain't putting on no sparkles and all that stuff like me. It's the business suit and all that. Oh no, I ain't even got no suits left in my closet. Suits kind of went out in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I got rid of most of them. I have maybe one black suit in there, and that's it. I ain't going for no job interview. I don't need no suit these days. I don't even think people interview in suits. I did not interview in some blue jeans and a t-shirt like I got on right now, and got the job and knew I had it before I left there. Ms.V, your hair is pretty. Thank you, Yo-Yo. I appreciate that. I was just trying to find something different. Unfortunately, our culture doesn't understand each other. Each one, teach one. No. And we don't try. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I always get hurt some kind of way in the end because I always felt like I went out on a limb for you, but you forgot all about me. And I keep that in mind as I'm growing older, to stay independent as long as I can stay independent. I don't want nobody doing nothing for me because they quick to holler. Well, I did this and I did that. What did I do for you though? That's what they always forget to tell people, what you did for them. Not one time, but many times. They just want to tell their part of the story, which ain't even necessary to me. If you should have done it if you didn't do it out the goodness of your heart. Why did you accept the challenge? I don't get it. Okay. Yo Yo is speaking to everyone. Ms.V. Okay, I read that one. Thank you, Yo Yo. Hey, Wanda Clayton. I'm letting a little of y'all get in, and then I'm gonna get on with the commentary of how gospel formed out there in those fields. That's where it originated, right there, with those hymns and just calling on the Lord and humming and bringing it all together in a tune. Okay, I'm trying to get the trolls are in already. They don't care. You're a superwoman. Thank you, Audrey. When my brother passed and my sister asked him if he wanted my brother's clothes and said no, I only want the 49ers jacket and the Lakers jacket. That's what his mind was. That's all he wanted. Most of the time they don't. Even when I went into my mother's house, my mother always told me as she was becoming my age, um, whatever y'all want in the house, y'all don't have to wait until I'm gone. Take it. I don't need it. Because she was left there by herself in a 5-bedroom house, the house I showed you we grew up in. After my father had passed and 3 of her sons had passed away. So, she basically stayed on one side of the house, which was the back side of the house. Her bedroom was on the back, and she even put her a window unit in there so she didn't have to run those two outside units. One controlled one half of the house, one controlled the other half of the house. She was getting like $500-$600 light bills back then, and she been gone since '99. Okay, so she was like, I'm gonna put me a window unit in my family room where I am, and that'll cover the family room and the kitchen. Her bedroom was the next room over off the kitchen, her master bedroom, and she had an air window unit in there, and bill came down to less than 200. Mm-hmm. Because you didn't have to run those two. You got to start thinking. You may have a little change, but you want that change to be here when you gone. You don't want to run out of change, okay? That's the thing. You don't know how many medical bills you're going to have. You don't know what life has in store for you. Who's going to have to come in and take care of you? They're not coming for free. You have to pay them. If you don't have the insurance to take care of it, and even if you do, and you have Medicare and don't have anything additional to it, they're only going to pay 80%. That other 20%, you're going to have to cough it up. Mm-hmm. Hey, Britt, how you doing, Brittany? Hey, Miss Charlene, good evening. Good evening to you. I'm cooking and listening, Queen. Okay, what you cooking? I'm not hungry, y'all. I got back on my serious diet today. I jumped on that scale and I've been eating all them candies from Christmas and cakes and stuff. I mean, I had developed a sweet tooth from hell. I wake up in the morning thinking donuts. I was like, no, sugar. You ain't gonna be able to do that on these bad knees. So today I got back on my meat and vegetables and my fruits, okay? Lots of water. Mm-hmm. And gonna get it on back off. Hey, Not Tiger, how you doing? Not Tiger, I've been in them streets spending money, spending my birthday money, having a ball out there getting clothes and shoes. I found these red velvet shoes. I ain't going to get them, but y'all will see them sooner or later. And I like a winter white sweater dress, but it's real thin with lace sleeves. And I thought, cute. Looked at it, baby. They had it marked down to $14. What you say? I ain't lying to you. Cute. Yes, indeed. I love to shop the sales. Baby, when I could get a dress, I think the original price on the dress was $179. It went all the way down, and they only had one in my size. Come on. You going on with me. You belong in my closet. Yeah. Hey, Chapon Riley, how you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Charlene is at it. Hit that like button. That's what she telling you with them bells. Okay? Right. Hey, Carol Anna. How you doing this evening? Everything I learned about eating healthy foods, I share. And we need somebody out here on YouTube that's doing what you're doing. Sooner or later, the doctor's going to tell them, and then maybe they'll come over and they'll try to start eating a little bit healthier. That's a big part of our problem from slavery, is what we were fed. And the traditional cooking of our culture foods, they're really not good for you at all. Mm-mm. All that pork, all that fat meat, greasy. Mm-mm. That's why we are a race that suffer with a lot of blood pressure problems because of how we eat, and it's already in our DNA. Both of my parents had it. I was bound to get it at some point. I lucked out. I think I was around 54 when I started having to take the blood pressure pill. And it's not bad. It's that water pill, 0.25, like a diuretic. Just stay in the bathroom all the time. DJ Low Key, H Town in the house. Well, come on in, baby. As a homegirl says, she in the building. Come on in and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. There it is behind me, H Town. Uh-huh. I don't know. Somebody's texting me. I'm not okay. You like the hair, Carol Anna? Trying something different. That's all. My ponytail was long enough to put up, so I was like, okay, let's try something different. Okay. Hello, Savannah. How are you? I like that city. Beautiful. How are you doing, Mama? How is the weather there? Bipolar. Today it was like a 1st of June day. It creeped up in the high 70s, almost hit 80 degrees. But we never saw the sun all day today. Tomorrow evening, I think it's supposed to be a cold front coming in. And that's why we stay sick down here during this time of year. We had the air conditioner on the bus. That ought to tell you something, okay? No heat. Mm-mm. You making beef mixed kebabs. It's like swish kebabs with rice and beans. Oh, that sounds real good and healthy. Mm-hmm. Great, you go, girl. Thank you, and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I went to Dillard's today. That's my favorite is Dillard's. Ms.V, and they have 65%. I don't be telling me that because I'll be over there tomorrow looking at shoes because I do need shoes and clothes. Okay, Jackie. It's not 10 minutes from me. It's on Bay Area. So I can get there in 10 minutes and I have 3 hours off tomorrow. Yeah, I got an extra assignment, but I still have 3 hours off. Hey, Kendra, haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Your hair is gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Miss Jackie, I'm going to have to go to Dillard's tomorrow. I know that's right. I missed Dillard's when I was on the East Coast. Living in Baltimore in that triangle, I had to go all the way to Virginia to get to Dillard's. And I'm not no online shopper. I want to see it, feel it, touch it, and bring it home. Okay? That's me. I'm sorry. All right, so let's get back into this how gospel started. So we were saying they started by singing in the fields, and it was like a call and a response, and they were hollering to each other across the fields. They communicated with one another in the fields through making up these hymns that we now have, I know, in the Black Baptist Church and probably Methodist too. They boasted weary spirits because they were working hard out there in those fields, y'all. Can you imagine? The slaves were still enslaved in the South, even though the Emancipation Proclamation had been announced, written, put into a legal act or whatever. It took a long time, and Galveston down the road about 30 minutes was the last one to get the news because the Gulf of Mexico surrounded it's like a peninsula. It's only one way in, one way out. It's not an island. I don't know why they call it an island because there is one way in and one way out. Maybe in the very beginning it was an island, but now they have a causeway, a long bridge that goes across the Gulf to take you into Galveston. Okay, so that's how it began. So I've been trying to do a little bit about artists of our times instead of going way, way back. We have spoken about Mahalia Jackson, who came before a lot of these people, but I kind of did it tonight on people that you may know or you may be listening to. Real Spills, I need your address, baby. I got a gift I need to send to you. So go to vetbmom@gmail.com and send me your address because I wanted to send it yesterday when I sent yo-yos. But it's just a little appreciation for being my moderator, okay? So go to my email and send me your address. And by the way, when I get those addresses, as soon as I send it to y'all, I delete it in case I lose the phone or whatever. I don't want your address in there. I had to get Shirley's address again, the one I sent the hat to, because she had given it to me, but I deleted it out. As soon as she told me she got it, I went in and deleted it. Okay. El Calito, hi, how are you doing? So let's get to it. The most listened to gospel music, opinions differ on what the most popular gospel song of all times is, but Amazing Grace is originally, arguably, the most well-known worldwide. Did y'all know that? We sing it all the time, but I never stopped to think about it would be the best known song worldwide. Hi, Master Rich Friedman. I'm doing great. Okay. Shackles is another one. Take those shackles off my feet so I can dance. By Mary Mary is extremely popular with nearly 1 million plays on Spotify. Ultimately, popularity doesn't matter as much as the message. And that's what you'll find in gospel songs. You listen to the words. It's to a nice beat. Back then they probably made their own homemade drums for a beat and they sung to a beat. There were no instruments for them to play. Even if they had instruments on the market, they couldn't afford to buy them. You got to think about it. A lot of those slaves worked in the field all day long for no pay. They worked to have a place to stay and food to eat, which was a rot gut choices of meat. All right. What defines gospel music? Gospel music is composed and performed for many purposes, including pleasure, religious, or ceremonial purposes, as well as entertainment for the marketplace. Gospel music is characterized by dominant vocalists and strong use of harmony. Remember that a lot of gospel music was done a cappella with no music. So the harmony from the voices was the music that they played to. Can you pin your email for me? It's Victor. Somebody put it in the chat for me. Victor Echo Tango Bravo Mother Oscar Mother @gmail.com. Again, VET, V as in Victor, B Mom. Vet I am, I be a mom. That's what it is. VetBeMom @gmail.com. All right. Okay. So there are two types of gospel music, traditional. Thank you, Yo-Yo. I appreciate that. They are traditional and contemporary. Those are the two types of gospel music. There are 4 different styles of it, but they all going to fall up under contemporary or traditional. Personally, I like traditional better. I'm not into the contemporary. If I'm going to listen to contemporary music, it's got to be blues, it's got to be R&B, jazz, something else other than church music. I want to stay traditional up in church myself, okay? That's y'all's choice. The number 1 gospel song on the airways in 2023 is, who knows? And my chat might be lagging a little bit because I need to go in there and clean it out. I got too much in the trash, and the trash need to be emptied. I'm going to go ahead on and tell you. Erica Campbell's Feel All Right. Okay? Erica Campbell has tallied 3 gospel airplay chart popping so far up until 2024. She is the top leading artist of the year. Some of these people, you may know them or you may have listened to their music. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. What is that all about? Beluga, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for the blessing. I appreciate that. I sent you $1. Hope it helped you out. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always take the money and I'm moving forward. I take the money, Beluga. I work with special needs kids and I'm forever buying them treats to make them be good. Okay? And it works most of the time. But thank you. James Cleveland is the #1 gospel singer of all times. He taught Aretha Franklin to sing gospel. Aretha was hailed as the crown prince of gospel. I did not know that at all. All I ever knew about Aretha, I knew she started off with her father, who was a minister, singing in the church. But all I ever knew was she was the queen of soul. I never knew that they had crowned her as the princess of gospel. I didn't know that. Reverend James Cleveland was noted for his baritone gospel singing. He was a pianist, a composer, arranger, and producer. The Winings are considered the biggest selling gospel singers in the world. Didn't know that either. Been listening to them for years, but didn't know that they had reached the world, not just this country, North America, the United States of America. They're out there. And is the most awarded and best-selling act of all times. She has a star on the Walk of Fame and has 17 million record sales certified by RIAA and over 19 million estimated in total sales as a solo artist. Is her name CeCe Winans? Is that her name? Think so. All right, so WAP, we all know that in circular terms what it means. But when it comes to spirituality, it has a whole different meaning. And I'm not sure whoever came up with that even knew this because I never knew it. WAP in church is different from secular. It is worship and praise. That's what it means, WAP, in church, in spirituality. Okay? Thomas Andrew Dorsey, born in 1899, is known as the godfather of gospel music, an American songwriter, singer, and pianist. So now I'm going to have to go Google him and look him up and listen to his music. I didn't know nothing about him until I started researching. An American songwriter, singer, and pianist, he did upbeat tempo music and arrangements, which still, from what I read, stands the test of time today. So I would say he would be on that chart back in his day, like a Frankie Beverly would be on the R&B charts of today. The difference is Frankie never won any awards. This man did. Okay? So we have always been known to be very gifted and talented in certain areas of our lives. Holistic say, I play Reverend Cleveland and Aretha live album when I am at dialysis. It's free on iTunes. Okay. I love Aretha. I mean, our little pianist down there, Jason, y'all have met him out here on my live too. He used to come in all the time when I first came on. He loved himself some Aretha Franklin too. Her voice was just, it was amazing for her time. Of course, we had Whitney to come behind her, but we didn't have Whitney when she started off as a young girl in church. And I might have to do commentary on her too, because she has an amazing life story. Her trials and tribulations and the things that she had to overcome. Okay? So in the 1920s, the hymns, the spirituals, the Jubilee music, and the quartet songs came about. So that was early 19th century, as well as Black devotional songs with noticeable blues and jazz rhythmic and harmonic influences. That would have come out of slavery. The rhythmic and harmonic influences. And they probably made the harmonica or maybe even a harp out there in the fields from trees and wood and stuff they found out there. We have always been very, very smart and very intelligent people. We just haven't used the gift that we were given from birth. Many of us have never tapped in to how smart we really, really are. It should be lots of inventors out here right now. With Google, you can Google anything, but you're Googling the wrong thing. It's just so many things. I come out here all the time and tell y'all why we don't have where we can scratch and sniff on these apps. It's not that hard. You just got to know how to do it. That's it. There should be an app that somebody can come up with where you can just take it and scratch it and sniff it. At least if you can't taste the food, you ought to be able to smell how good it smells. That's just my opinion. Gospel music from its inception has been a source of inspiration and strength. It encouraged and comforted people from the dark days of slavery, and it does the same thing still today. That's why I get up and I go to church on Sunday morning. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. It ain't their business, because it comforts me. It gives me a peace of mind. It's like I leave the troubles of the world at the altar down there. And I go back on Wednesday night and I leave Monday and Tuesday's troubles at the altar on Wednesday. And then I come back on Sunday and I dump the whole week there. Something that people don't quite understand, if you're really not connected with the man upstairs, and I haven't always been. That's why I know now there is a God, because of the things you'll go through in life. You'll find him when you really, really are sick in bed, in jail, divorce problems, children problems. Somewhere along the way, you're going to find him. Takes some longer than others. Some get it all mixed up. They get it all confused. But when you really know him, you know him. Pisces birthday bash tomorrow, Ms.V. Okay, JP. Tomorrow's Friday night. I'll be there. So all of us should come over to your channel and do the Pisces birthday bash. All my little sugar woogers, go to Real Spill JP, and we'll start off with a birthday bash over there with JP tomorrow night. Put your channel in there so they won't have to go look for it. They can just hit the subscribe button, JP. Because if you want us black folks to go look for something, we ain't doing it. I told you. Okay? Okay. So that's why I go down there on Sunday morning. I told y'all a story. I went to church so much as a small kid with the daddy, the superintendent of the Sunday school, the mama, the choir director up there. I promised myself in my 20s, if I ever got grown and got away from them and could take care of myself, I wasn't going no more. So I strayed away for a little while until life started beating me down. And once it started beating me down, I realized, you better go back to what you know. And I've been there ever since. And I ain't leaving for nothing and nobody. I don't care who shot John and why and what they think and how they feel. I don't get it confused. I don't come out here calling on the Lord 1 minute and cussing the next. That don't go together. He blasphemed cusses. So, when you know better, you can do better. It's those that don't know can't do any better. Okay, it's the way it is. Off. Okay. Music fuels and feeds our souls, and that's why I like it so much. I always, when I first listen to a song, it doesn't matter whether it's gospel, rock and roll, blues, or whatever. I listen to the words. What are they talking about? And that's going to either turn me on or off. The music, you can put a beat to anything. You can come up with some instruments, and you can even go on the computer these days and get you some beats off the computer and put your song together. But I'm listening to your lyrics, and then I'm listening to your voice quality. And if those two things go together, I'm probably going to like it. That's just the way it is. Okay? Experts say that listening to gospel music is equivalent to receiving an inspirational sound bath. That's deep. An inspirational sound bath. White gospel music is known as Southern gospel. There's a difference. It represents a widespread but often overlooked aspect of U.S. culture. So you know where Black gospel music came from, out of the hard work of the slaves in the field. And I just told you about the Southern gospel. Okay, here are some Black gospel songs that I have really connected to. I Shall Wear a Crown. We've come this far by faith. Think about it. You really have too. Whether you have connected with him or not, you have really come this far by faith. And you only need faith the size of a mustard seed. That's it. That's all he required. He didn't tell you you needed bushels and barrels and all of that. Okay. Charlene is saying amen. Hey, Kiki and Maya and Eric, love you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Come on in and into the chat. We welcome you. Miss Jackie Johnson says amen. Okay. I'm doing it like that because my birthday is Monday. Okay, good. Then we can just all celebrate it over there on your channel with you. But make sure you drop your link in there so they can hit the subscribe button and come. We'll all come over there together. And if you got StreamYard, what is it? The one I have. I can't think of the other one. I'll come up with you and we can do it together and do one big birthday bash over there. It's all good. We all family. Holistic say, talk about it. Ms.V, I strayed away and I'm like you. I never gonna go back, been back since 2005. Once you come back, it's hard to leave it again then because you know who brought you through. That's why. It wasn't nobody else. Be given a life sentence, sort of like holistic. Let her lose her faith. She ain't gonna be around too much longer because she gonna give up. You got to stay trusting in him. He's guiding the doctor's hands. He's making it a way for you. Our problem is we don't have enough patience. We want everything to be microwavable. That's not real life. And usually the things that are good, it takes time. This little instant stuff where you just instantly come out here and your life just falls in place. I'm scared of that kind of stuff now. Because I've had some experiences and some bad experiences with that kind of stuff. If it's too easy, nah. Everything that was good for me, I had to work hard for it. I had to burn some midnight oil. I had to do a lot of thinking. I had to do a lot of praying. I had to come up with a lot of money. Yeah. But he made a way. Just as I am is another gospel song. The blood will never lose its power. The blood that he bled for you. That's what they're talking about. Will never lose its power. The Lord's Prayer. The battle hymn of the Republic. I surrender all. And you should. You on borrowed time, and you everything you got is borrowed. He said he owned the cattle on 1,000 hills. He ain't tell you owned them just because you went out there and bought it. He gave you the opportunity. He made a way for you to do it. You don't own it. Start checking out of here and you'll see. It won't even matter then. I ain't never seen no dead man fighting to keep nothing unless he was atheist. A person dying, they don't want to eat. They through with that. Mm-mm. They trying to make peace is what they trying to do. All right. And I told y'all about the atheist that I met this nurse, and she was telling me about how they were calling on the Lord before they left here. They had been atheists all their life. I'm telling you, some kind of way you'll find it. Okay. Trying to keep up with my chat. Hey, Elaine, good evening. How are you? And Jules is speaking to everybody coming in. Charlene says, yes. That sounds great, Ms.V. Okay, Jules. Real Spill, I just subscribed to your channel. See? It's working. We're not trying to pull each other down. We're trying to lift each other up. It don't matter if Jules surpassed me. So what? She's younger anyway. She got more life to live than I do anyway. If I can help somebody as I pass along the way, then my living wasn't in vain. See how that works? Yeah. It is well with my soul. So the most played song in America in 2023 is by Morgan Walton. The single hit is Last Night. I haven't heard of it. I got to go Google that one. He spent the year making history on the Hot 109. It comes as little surprise that it's been named the most consumed smash in the country of America on last year's Billboard charts. Yolanda Adams. I had the pleasure of meeting Yolanda Adams. We attended the same church at one time when I first moved to the Clear Lake area. And she was just starting off with her gospel career. I guess that's what you want to call it. And she would sing every Sunday. And I went to that church every Sunday because I wanted to hear her sing. I have a testimony after brain surgery. I'm still standing. I know that's right, Miss Jackie. Never had no idea. But I bet you, through all of that, ain't nobody gonna shake you from him now. He's like your everything. You wake up with him in the morning. You go to bed with him. You call him all through the day. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Okay. JP is thanking you, Miss Misty. Misty is from Houston, JP. She's a homegirl. Alex say, Ms.V, hello, queen. Much love to you. Hello to all the queens in the chat. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Glad you were able to come in tonight. I never heard that song. I'm going to listen to it. Yes, I haven't either. Last Night is the name of it, and it's by Morgan Walton. Walton. Let's get here. Holistic. That's why I am still here by the grace of God. You know it. I didn't understand why things started to crumble in my life, but he tried to tell me 2 times. The third time, he snatched my soul and put me in that cocoon. He has a way of getting you. Yeah, that's why I never worry about what people say and what they do, especially when it comes to me. Especially if they putting out something that's not fact or not true. I might address it once, but I'm going to keep on moving. I'm not wasting my day and my time explaining nothing to you because I don't have to. I don't have to come out here defending myself against you. Who are you for me to defend myself against? I don't trust and believe in you. You don't make a way for me. I just told you who makes my way every day, all day long. When I didn't have sense enough to know who was making a way, he was making it. Alex said, Miss Jackie, I would love to hear it. Yes, I'm going to have to come on StreamYard, Jackie, if you want to tell your story. I can do that. All you got to do is email me and tell me when. That's it. My email is in the chat. Charlene is throwing up prayer hands for you and dancing. But God. Yes, Charlene. Hey, LaWanda. She's coming in speaking facts. Thank you. So let's get on through this with Yolanda Adams. She tops the chart as one of the greatest and most famous female gospel singers of all times, among Della Reese, Karen Hawthorne, Tasha Cobbs, and Dorinda Clark Cole, to mention a few. The staple singers were also mentioned because of her raspy voice that she has on stage for more than 70 years. That's a long, long time to have been on stage and your voice didn't completely give out on you. Because that's what happens when you start, your vocal cords get old, just like everything else. I'm no longer a soprano. No matter what I tell my choir director, she don't listen to me. I can hit every third note in a soprano note. I'm an alto now. I just go down there and beat my tambourine and hit the notes I can hit and go on about my business, okay? Because she's not going to change me. Ms.V, your hair is cute. I love Yolanda Adams. Yes, she has a beautiful voice for gospel. My favorite song is Open My Heart. Yes. I wish so much I could have been playing some of this music in the background as I was giving the commentary tonight. But of course, they won't do it without giving you a strike or taking, I don't know if anybody else, but they always take some money from me as a copyright. Okay? Never knew Della Reese sang gospel. I didn't either, Lawana, until I was doing some research on it. Even when we talked about Mom's Mabley would have been back there coming out of that era, which was probably one generation out of slavery. She did an album with 12 songs on each side and could sing her butt off, even though she was a comedian. We're multi-talented people. Wanda Clayton say, great content, Ms. V. This is how you show tribute to Black History Month. Knowledge is power. The guy, you just said that, the guy that I'm going to his funeral Saturday, my friend Eric, that's what he used to always say, knowledge is power. Yeah, that reminded me of him. The Williams brothers, yes, not Tiger. That one of them, I didn't even know what they looked like, but the little keyboard player, the organist, I'm sorry, Jason down at the church, told me one day, he said, that man looked just like your ex-husband. And I looked at him and I said, well, I'd be doggone, he does favor him. They look like brothers. They sure do. And I love their songs. Y'all are speaking. The song, He Kept Me by Yolanda Adams. Yes. She's been through some stuff too. That's why she can get up there and she can belt it. She can. John, how are you? The shirt is fire. Oh, you can see it? Okay. It's a social media t-shirt I ordered. When I'm on social media, I think this is me. No, this is me. I'm running away. And then when I'm in real life, I'm just standing still, holding my own. Hi, Branson. How are you? My brother thinks you're fine. And by the way, we is fine. You won't be in here long. Okay, but thank you. Holistic, yes, prayer changes things. Now, he just brought up something that happened on the bus this morning. I'm having to keep a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old separated on the bus. They come out to the bus every day holding hands. He kissed her the other day when he was leaving off the bus. I had to talk to his mother and her mother. His mother's like, oh, no, I'm not having it. Her mother is just like, yeah. And I'm saying to myself, they start young. They got cameras in these schools, but they know where these cameras are located. So if they catch them underneath the staircase, don't come saying Ms.V didn't tell you. Because I already see trouble. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Alex. So let me get back to where I was here. Let me find it. So I was on the staple singers. She's been doing music for 70 years. She delivers messages we need to hear, whether it is R&B, blues, or gospel. The types of churches that sing gospel music are Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, and various fundamentalist churches. Gospel is a musical genre characterized by hymns, like melodies and harmonies, and a range of expressions derived from African music, making spirituality work for you or work for them. Sounds are stubble, but are very gentle, harmonic, and playful type of spiritual music. It makes you connect, in other words. Everybody will have a different connection because of the things you have been through that connected you to him. Miss Jackie Johnson just said she had brain surgery. Holistic is going through dialysis, kidney failure. Mine may have been just the troubles of the world, not connecting with the husband and going through a divorce and raising a child basically by myself, going through integration and segregation. Those were my struggles. Everybody's struggle is different. But for as long as you know that it ain't the universe doing it, he made the universe, so you got to believe. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. Shirley Caesar is my all-time favorite. When I was in Baltimore, Jackie, I met her son. I was working for Hertz at DCA Airport as customer service manager. He would come in every weekend and rent a car on Friday and bring it back on Monday. And he told me when he first came there, I didn't know him, but he had been coming there for years, that Shirley Caesar was his mother. And he gave me his number. After a while. We connected, and I actually talked to her. I never met her, but I've talked to her on the telephone. Um, Shirley Caesar is my all-time favorite gospel singer. I grew up with my mother singing her songs. Okay. My mother was choir director and a singer also. And she did most of her singing in the kitchen when she was cooking and washing dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. And then at choir rehearsal and on Sunday mornings. Okay, so Charlene is giving Miss Jackie prayer hands and hearts. Y'all, I have hit my hour, and this was my commentary tonight on gospel singing. Tried to bring you back from Whitney Touched My Heart, says Alex. Her last song, the one she dressed in white, was beautiful. Whitney had a voice that we'll probably never hear in our lifetime. Her daughter had a singing dad and a singing mother, and she didn't get it. Some kind of way, I just wish medical science had been able to take a vocal cords and put them into somebody else and let them keep singing it. It's just like I miss her from singing. Her voice was just phenomenal. Come on, Ms.V, with Bible school on Thursday. Oh Lord, not Bible school on Thursday. Y'all better come on down there to Bible study with me on Wednesday night. We have Bible study on Wednesday night now and choir rehearsal following, so we won't have to come. Those who live in Houston and Missouri City and Katy and all out there who come the distance to come down there because they started off as little children and they're not leaving. He combined it. That way they'll get Bible study they do prayer service first for 30 minutes and then Bible study for 30 minutes. And then we go into choir rehearsal and they leave and then we stay for an hour. So by 9 o'clock, we've accomplished a lot of things down there. Okay, Mr. Say, excellent topic. Thank you, ma'am. You're so welcome. Yes, Ms.V, I miss her too. We won't hear it again. I don't think so. Not in our lifetime. That kind of voice. Because I used to listen to the voice all the time. And the one with oh, my mind is getting bad. I need some Prevagen, y'all. I can't think of his name. The one that's Simon, him. And I don't hear anybody out there yet who's even come close. I give her mother the credit because her mother was the one who taught her music and vocals. Okay. So this has been my commentary for the night. I have reached my hour, y'all. It's been fun, but I got one more day, so I got to run. Alex, yes, I was watching Bobby Christina now. Never watched it. It's so sad to see the dysfunction she endured. Exactly. And it was all behind the drugs. And that's why I always tell people, what makes you think that if you take a hit of crack or coke or whatever, crack is worse than coke. Uh, Coke has always been a white man's high. Many doctors, lawyers have been on that for years, and you can function. But then when they start giving you the rot gut of it, the crack, it was actually put into our communities to do what it did. And yet you get hooked on it very, very fast. It doesn't matter what your name is, what you got, what you don't have. You're chasing that white pony. And that's all you're going to ever do after the first time around, is what I have been told by many people who have, even some friends of mine, well off, beautiful home, nice cars, nice family, got on it, divorced, split up the family. It was so bad they both lost their jobs. They were so high up on their jobs, they were bringing home company cars, okay? In little old Texas City, Texas. He ended up losing his leg and passing away probably about 10, 15 years later. If Carolyn was in here, she would know who I'm talking about. And the last time I saw her, she was working at the airport, but that was no kind of money. Like she was pulling in about 150,000 a year by herself. Yes, working at the plant. Both of them worked in the plants, and they both were in management. Yep. So just say no. That's all I can say. Because if you come around me, baby, now I done made it all this time without it. I don't need it. Beyonce's new country song. I haven't heard it yet, but I've been hearing the controversy around, and the country and western. A lot of those people are not wanting to accept it as a country and western song. From what I've been reading, it's hard to kick. I hear not many get off of it. I just think about cigarettes, how addictive they are. And this is worse. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. And I don't want nothing that's going to make me get up and have to beat up my mama, rob my mama, steal from her, you or anybody else. I don't want nothing to control me like that. I want to control me. That's it, and that's all. But it's been real. It's been real, y'all. But I do have to go and get ready for this last day tomorrow. It's going to be a long, hard day because, like I say, we're moving from one building to another building, and everybody's having to pitch in, clean up the kitchen, and take stuff out, and walk it across. And this building, probably before school is over, will be torn down and will become a parking lot. So, Ernest, welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Catch the replay for me. Oh, you can't catch it. You gone. My best friend stopped smoking. She almost lost her mind, but she made it. It's not easy. And a lot of times you gain weight because food tastes better. You've dulled your taste buds. Yep. So blessings to all, and to all a good night. Thank you for coming in. Hit the like button. Thanks to all of my new subscribers that came in the last, I'm going to say, month. Y'all are awesome. My numbers have soared. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow over on JP's channel. I don't know if she ever put her link in, but that's where we'll be tomorrow night. I may come on because Jewel comes on a little bit later. So I may come on at my regular scheduled time, depending on how tired I am. If not, I'm just going to go over there and kick it with her and have a good time. Good night to all, and to all a good night. Love you much. Thanks for coming. Good night.